Rain tapped softly against the old apartment window as Ethan stood alone in the dark hallway. In his trembling hands, he held a cracked mirror. The broken glass reflected pieces of his face, but none of them looked complete. Some reflections showed anger. Some showed sadness. And one small piece reflected the little boy he used to be. Ethan slowly touched the deepest crack with his fingers. Then he whispered, "Maybe people don't break in one moment, maybe they crack little by little." The mirror had belonged to his mother. And tonight, after 10 long years, he had finally opened the box he swore he would never touch again. When Ethan was a child, his home was full of laughter. His mother, Clara, loved old music and warm tea. Every evening, she danced barefoot in the kitchen while dinner cooked on the stove. And Ethan would laugh so hard that tears rolled down his cheeks. Back then, life felt safe, complete. But happiness is fragile. One winter night changed everything. Ethan was only 12 years old when his father walked out of the house forever.
No budbie. No explanation.
Only silence. His mother tried to stay strong. She smiled during the day, but at night, Ethan could hear her crying behind the bedroom door. That sound stayed inside his heart for years. As time passed, Clara became weaker. She worked 2 jobs to survive. Her hands became rough. Her eyes lost their sparkle. But every morning, she still stood in front of the old mirror in the hallway. She would look at herself and whisper, "You must stay strong." Teenage years turned Ethan into someone colder. He blamed his father for leaving, but secretly he also blamed his mother. Every conversation between them slowly became an argument. "I hate this house," Ethan screamed. Then suddenly, Clara slapped him. He grabbed his bag and left. Behind him, Clara stood near the apartment window for hours. Years passed. Ethan moved to another city. From the outside, his life looked perfect. But loneliness has a strange way of following people. Sometimes, late at night, Ethan would catch his reflection in a mirror. He saw his mother's tired eyes staring back at him. One evening, Ethan received a phone call from an unknown number. "There was an accident involving your mother." When Ethan arrived at the hospital, the smell of medicine and cold air filled his lungs. And there, inside a quiet room, lay Clara. For the first time in years, he didn't know what to say. When she saw him, tears formed instantly. "I knew you would come," she whispered weakly. Then Clara smiled softly and said, "Do you remember the mirror? That broken things can still reflect light." And this time, Ethan cried. A week later, Clara passed away peacefully in her sleep. After the funeral, Ethan returned to the old apartment. Then he saw it, the cracked mirror still hanging in the hallway. For a long moment, he stared at his reflection. But for the first time, he didn't look away. We all carry cracks inside us. Sometimes they are proof that we survived. He cleaned the dust from its surface carefully. Beautiful reflections spread across the room like tiny stars. And for the first time in many years, Ethan felt whole again.